Hello, dear students. Good morning to all of you. As we have started the second chapter, that is forms of business organization, and in the previous class, we have studied regarding the different forms of business organization. In brief, we have studied yesterday through the diagram in which we have studied a brief definition of each and every form of business organization. Now today onwards we will make a detailed discussion on the different form of business organization, and in this context today we are starting the first form of business organization, that is sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship, here sole means SOLE, not SOUL. I'm not talking about SOUL means spiritual existence. We are not talking about that. I'm talking about SOLE. Soul means alone. One. Sole proprietorship. Proprietorship is equal to ownership. Proprietorship is equal to ownership. Sole proprietorship business we are talking about today. So under the sole proprietorship business means the kind of business in which all the resources are owned by the owner and the controlled, and these resources are used and controlled by the owner too. This is the owner who received all the incomes, who received all the profits and bear all the risks of the business. In sole proprietorship business, we can say in simple word that only one person is the owner of the business, and this is the person who is completely involved in the business for its smooth functioning, and if any profit incurred, he is enjoying the complete profit. If any loss incurred, he will be responsible to bear all the risk. No one is going to take part either in profit or in loss, and all the decision and business activities are going to be controlled by him, and the business is operated by the help of few staffs or by few family members or by them alone. It means if a business is going to be started by one person and that person is introducing all the capital for the business, and this is the person who is operating the business by the help of some staffs and or family members, and the decision regarding growth and development of the business is taken by that particular person, and this is the person who is getting all the profit of the business and ready to bear all the risk, then the kind of business is known as sole proprietorship. Now after this, come to the point. Now we will discuss about the features of sole proprietorship business. After studying the definition, as we have discussed the definition of sole proprietorship business, we find the following features of sole proprietorship business. First is, here you can see it is already noted. First is single ownership. As I have already told to you that only one person is doing the business and the whole business is controlled by one individual. That's why the first feature is single ownership. No one is no other person is involved in the business as owner. Next is complete control under the owner. It means it is the sole proprietor who has the full power to take any kind of decision. If he wants to continue the business, he can. If he wants to wind up the business, he can. So it is completely dependent on the owner, and he can control or she can control the complete business. No one is going to suggest, or no other person will be responsible for any kind of decision. Next is separate legal entity. Since there is no formality and business has been established and the life of business is uncertain, but not due to the businessman. So in legality, no separate legal entity of the business and businessman are found, because if the businessman who is doing the business, good morning, it means if the business man is suffering from any kind of problem, or if the death of businessman occurred, then the business existence will be in danger. It is quite impossible to decide whether the business will be continued by the family member or not. So business and businessman are attached with each other. There is no difference between business and businessman. Therefore, there is no legal and separate entity of business and businessman. Next is unlimited liability. Because business is going to be controlled by one person, he is the or she is the person who is going to control or take all the decision of the business, who is going to endeavor all the profits or income of the business. Then in case of loss, this is the owner who has to bear all the loss. If any debts occurred on the business, then this is the owner who has to pay all the debt. No one will help in that situation. So liability of the business is unlimited in sole proprietorship business. Next is no legal formalities. No legal formalities. It means for commencement of sole proprietorship business, there is no legal formality. For example, if any person decide to start hair cutting salon or a parlor or any kind of retail shop, as we have already discussed regarding it, that in each and every mohalla and locality and in lane or in street or on road, we find numbers of shops operated by number of people. They all are operating their shops, but before commencement of these shops, there is no legal formalities are going to be fulfilled by any of the person, except in few cases like medical stores, for which they required chemist and druggist certificate, or in few other cases. So few restricted shops, after leaving the few restricted shop, we can start any kind of business under sole proprietorship, and there is no legal formalities. If we want to start any kind of restaurant, we can start. There is no formality, there is no foundation, there is no legal requirement to fulfill and before starting or before commencement of the business. So in sole proprietorship business, business does not require any kind of legal formality to start it or to manage it or to dissolve it. It can be started anytime or it can be dissolved anytime. It is completely dependent on the will of the owner. Next is sole risk bearer. As I have already discussed this point, that this is the owner who has to bear all the risks alone. Nobody is going to share his profit or loss, because complete decision is in one hand, complete controlling is in one hand, complete profit is in one hand. That's why if any loss or if any risk arise, the complete risk or loss will be in one hand. So dear students, now I think now you are clear regarding features of sole proprietorship. Now let's discuss some merits or demerits or advantage or disadvantage. So first of all, before starting merits, let's see. First is easy to start and close. As we have discussed the term under features of sole proprietorship business. This is the sole proprietorship business. Since there is no legal formalities required, that's why it is easy to start and wind up at any time. Next is quick decision making. A sole proprietorship business has single owner. No one is going to intervene. Since one person has to take the decision regarding any business transactions or any terms of the business, they are not going to discuss it with any other person. That's why decision can be taken easily and quickly. Next is sense of accomplishment. Here there is a complete personal satisfaction sense are arised, because this is the owner who is doing each and every work for his own satisfaction. He is not or she is not doing any work for any other satisfaction. Next is unlimited liability, as we have already discussed it in features of sole proprietorship business. Since the owner has the possession on complete business or on complete profit, that's why if any debt occurred or if any losses occurred, then the complete debt or loss has to be bear by owner. No one is going to pay the debt. Next is no legal formalities or obligation. As we have already discussed, since there is no legal formality, that's why it can be easily start and wind up, and there is no legal formality required for its continuation, for its management. Next is sole risk bearer and profit recipient. This is one of the important advantage of sole proprietorship business, that the owner is only the bearer of risk and the owner is only the recipient of risk. If tremendous profit is going to be earned by the business, then the complete profit is going to be endeavored by the proprietor itself. Now let's discuss the demerits or limitations of sole proprietorship business. First is limited financial resource. Since one person has to start or fulfill the requirement of the business. That's why it cannot be started on a large basis due to scarcity of the resources. One person has the limited savings or fund, or he has or she has the limited capacity of borrowings. That's why the financial resources of the business will be in a limited quantity. It cannot be too much large or huge. Next is limited managerial ability. Limited managerial ability, it here we can say that sole trader can't be good in all aspects of business, and he can't afford the effort to employ experts also. Yes, since the resources are limited, resources are very less, then the complete managerial decisions are going to be taken by owner itself, because he cannot afford to employ any expert of that particular business. Next is unlimited liability. Unlimited liability, it is a kind of demerit of the business. As the business is enjoying its unlimited profit or unlimited benefit satisfaction, then the businessman has to also survive or also bear unlimited liability of the business, because no one is going to bear any kind of risk. If any loss occurred, the owner has to bear all the loss. Next is uncertain life. As I have already discussed this term, that there is no separate entity of the business with owner, without owner. So owner and business both are combined with each other, and due to attachment with the owner, if the owner become lunatic, owner become mad, or owner become dead, then the life of the business become become in danger. So life of the business is uncertain in sole proprietorship. Next is limited scope for extension. Since a business is continued or carried by one person, and the person has limited ability or limited managerial skill to control the business with limited capital, that's why it cannot be expanded to a large scale industries. It can be always operated on small scale industries. So dear students, now I think today you have learned about sole proprietorship business, its features, its merits and demerits, and I hope there should not be any kind of doubt. But still, if any kind of doubt arise, you can ask to me. Thank you.